So the Global Garden, it's a place where we are connecting our knowledge across Australia, the Philippines, Germany, and other places where you have been. A global garden of ideas and practices and knowledge and skills and resources that we're sharing.
The major challenges of the global food system today is to feed and nourish about 8 billion people, and to do that in a way within planetary boundaries and sustainably. People expect the food to be affordable, but affordable is different from being cheap. And this has resulted, according to my opinion, in broken food systems. More and more food is produced in agro-industrial settings with not much respect for animal dignity and also for care of the environment.
Among ginatanom ang palaya, ning albate, kamuti, sitaw, malunggay. Katong sobra sa kanang pagkaon sa ato kaugalingon, ang sobra na ibenta na sa kay madaot, pero di man ato pagkaon sa ato supply lang sa pamilya.
The mapping process that took place in Barangay Balubal today actually started with an orientation and briefing of the concepts, principles, and practices of ABCD. ABCD stands for Asset-Based Community Development. It's a tool that has been used by Xavier University through the Southeast Asia Social Leadership Institute way back in late 1990s, where we started using this tool to really get the assets or the resources in the community and its capacity and inner driven, and then mobilize all these resources and then plan something on how they can actually improve their community. So these are the concepts that we introduced to the Balubal community today. The process has several steps. It started with getting into the significant change stories, storytelling. People love to hear stories of successes. It's not really a story on problems, but it's really story on changes, success, where they were able to identify the different positive factors that lead to these positive changes. And then the second process of the ABCD is the core group formation. So we need strong core group who is knowledgeable about the process, and then who's going to continue with the process. And I guess towards the afternoon, we're able to identify the core group. And the third process is the identification of resources. It's actually now the mapping. The mapping that we did today, we mapped the physical resources. So we started with a GIS-generated map as their source or as their base for a visual base for the mapping by the community, and then they indicated based on the map the different resources. So resources are categorized into physical resource. So these are the river systems, infrastructures, where are the farmlands, the mountain ridges, and all those other physical resources. They also identify where are the socio-economic resource, the livelihood, the source of their livelihood. Poultry farms, for example, the piggery, farmland. They also identified that Balubal is really producing a lot of cassava, and their main source of livelihood is cassava.
Among ginatanom is eggplant or talong in Bisaya, and then nasad mi okra, batong, and then we also have petchay, ma'am. Ang benepisyo sa pag-garden is, first sa among pamilya, gaka-apply ni namo, gakatudlo namo sa among pamilya kung sa mga basic nga gardening techniques such as magamit og organic materials.
Tungod ni ana sa mga pag-garden is nakahimong mig family diri sa among school, sa among campus, nakaka-interact mi sa among mga co-students nga di lang kay sa pag-garden kundi makakuan sa mi sa nakabuild mi og family sa diri sa school, another family diri sa school, then benefits sa among family kay ang among mga practices diri sa school is among ma-apply sa among balay din sa among community, amo silang ma-influensyahan ngayon ani mag-garden ta.
In a nutshell, we need to go back to basics. Therefore, we call our project the Global Garden Project because we have to think globally, but we have to act locally. And I see many initiatives going on with school gardens, backyard gardens, container gardens. So many diverse recipes based on plants, and there are about maybe 10, 12,000 plants that are edible. Indigenous crops are there. Nowadays our food system depends only on very few plants. I think it's less than 10 plants that are commodities that are traded, but outside there are thousands of plants that can be eaten and are healthy, and that would contribute to more diverse food systems.